John,
Haswell,
where are you?
occupied.
I've got a problem.
Russians?
Word travels fast. Chemical weapons have fallen into terrorist hands. They could be anywhere. Paris, New York.
London.
When can you breathe?
We just did.
Hey guys, Crave here, and October 25 was a great day for gaming as two new games came out, which are The Outer Worlds and this year's Call of Duty. Here's my quick take on the recent Modern Warfare. Now, from the get-go, it's one of the best shooters and games in 2019, but let's go over each aspect, which are story, graphics, and gameplay. Finally, we get a COD with a campaign, and a really good one at that. The cast of characters is pretty good, and you really have to appreciate the motion capture technology at work here. They've done well to capture the facial expressions and bring story characters to life. Now, I won't deny that what really caught me was Barry Sloane's work as the captain. It's a new actor, but he does justice to a legend of the series. Now, Claudia Dumit was also awesome as Farah, portraying the leader of the Liberation Army. It really makes me wonder how far technology can take gaming visuals as the years go on. The work of the actors really bring a lot to the campaign, even though it was a bit short. The brevity is expected in FPS titles like COD, but I think it does it well. There is no need to stretch out a plot that can be or should be resolved fairly quickly. I think it should take around 5 hours for maybe the average player to complete. It was gritty and impactful. If you play the previous COD games, there's nothing here that will shock you or surprise you, but it does bring some it does bring some emotionally gripping moments. While it is linear, there is that illusion of choice in one part of the game, which I won't show here because it might be too obvious to some people. And while that illusion of choice or some of the events in the game are reimaginations of what could be, it isn't really new to gaming in general. But those things, especially that one choice you had to make in the game, was well placed and it served its purpose. One thing though about the story is that it felt a bit generic when you compare it to the previous games. There are some callbacks to the previous COD games, but that's expected since this is a reimagining of the Modern Warfare series. What I'm hoping for though is that they change things up a little bit as the story progresses, but yeah, that's what I noticed about the plot. Now about the graphics and audio, this is going to be quick, but the game just really looks amazing. Without even looking at the work of the actors and how they were captured via the new technologies that we have right now, the amount of detail that they put into the environment shows. There are varied locations in the single-player campaign, and they are used in the same way in the multiplayer settings as well. Some players I'm sure would rather have entirely different maps, and there are some unique maps in multiplayer, but I like the idea of using the existing settings. It sort of brings me back to the campaign. Now, the nighttime environments are the best. The way the lighting is used to make the scene come alive and as a gameplay element is what makes some of the campaign missions more immersive. Now, audio-wise, it's a Modern Warfare title. Gameplay sounds and background music are just simply top-notch. And in case I haven't mentioned it, the voice actors, their work really lends to the campaign's overall strength. Here's a sample of that audio.
See where they're shooting from! Fire in the hole! Holy shit!
The best part about Modern Warfare is the gameplay. I'm not an expert on shooters, but Modern Warfare's gunplay is amazing as I mentioned in my open beta video. I can't quite place it, but the pace and use of the weapons is really just very satisfying. Movement of your character in the campaign or multiplayer is average. It feels a bit sluggish, but the gunfire and time to kill feels just right. Maybe it has a more, realistic feel to it. I'm not sure, and I don't really know, but the only thing I can say is that when you play it, it feels really good. The campaign offers a variety of modes and mechanics. One mission allows you to shoot from a plane, another allows you to, mark targets to be bombed or to be shot with missiles, or you basically get the same mechanics from previous COD games. Multiplayer, as with most shooters except maybe Battle Royale games like Apex, have a variety of maps. You have capture the flag scenarios, deathmatch scenarios, and the like. One element I really like in the beta, which is present in the final build, is the gunsmithing option. Your player ranks up as normal, but your guns also do the same thing. And as you level up your guns, you are able to further customize them and add better attachments. This affects handling, better sights, and similar benefits of the sort. There is that element of being able to get better with your preferred weapon. And to sum it up, it's quite obvious, but Modern Warfare is a great effort by Infinity Ward. It has the elements to make it a worthy purchase with the campaign, the graphics, the audio, the gameplay, the gunplay. I mean, if there are any, I guess it's just the story that they could work on. If there are any other future content with this reimagining of the series, I'm just hoping they change up the plot, even with the hint that they provided at the end of the campaign. I'm hoping they twist it in a different direction, maybe a different bad guy. Yeah, it was the same kind of bad guy again. It's just, well, at least it was good. The campaign was pretty good. But however, even if they change up the story, I'm hoping that they maintain the awesome game mechanics or improve upon it. Anyway, thanks for checking this out.